Symmetry is just, does it fold across a line and land on top of itself? So I'm just going to take a pen and kind of freehand down a line right there across this bug. So that would be the y-axis. So if this works, it's y-axis symmetry. So does this foot fold across there and land on that foot? Does that foot fold across and land on that foot? That elbow fold across and land. So they do, they fold across there. The body folds across and lands on the body. The right ear folds across, so the head does, everything does. So it definitely has y-axis symmetry. Now it kind of looks like it has x-axis symmetry too. So let's just take, what about that one? I'll do that one in a different color. What about his arm up there, his hand up there? Here's the x-axis. Does that fold down? So yeah, it looks like it. Does that elbow fold down to there? It looks like it. But see his head? There's no other head down there. If there would have been another head with eyes and whatnot, then it would have had x-axis symmetry, but there's not. It's because of the head that it doesn't go down there. Now, if you don't have x and y, you can't have origin, so it also can't be origin. And then the last one is, does it fold across the diagonal? I think you can all see now that it's not. Actually, that one does fold across to here. But I don't see his head right there. That part of his head, there's no head over here for it to fold. That head would have had to fold to that head, and there is no head there. That little piece would have kind of does fold to that piece, but the head definitely does not fold across that, so it does not have y equals x either. So that one only had y-axis symmetry. See how this one over here on number 39, if you split it right there, now that girl's head folds onto that head and vice versa. That part of that lady's ear folds to that ear. This arm folds across to that arm. So they're folding across the y-axis. If we draw an x-axis, that head does not fold down to that head. So no x-axis, since they're both not happening, so we don't have either of those. And then symmetry, the y equals x line up there, that would require her head to fold across over here to that head, which is not there. So the only one is y-axis symmetry. Which one does this one have? First one that I think seems more obvious would be that. See, that little blob folds down to that little blob, that top folds down to that top, that blob folds to that blob. So I think this one definitely has x-axis symmetry. But now for y-axis symmetry, this blob does not fold over there to that blob. There's nothing there, so it does not have y. And since it doesn't have both of those, it does not have origin. And then maybe the last one would be right up across there. So that would mean that this piece would have to fold across right to there, and it is not there. So it does not have y equals x either. And then number 41, take a look at this. So let me draw the, whoa, what just happened here? Let me kind of draw the grid in there first. So it'd be right down through there and right across there. Okay, let's take a look at this little horn. If that little horn got flipped over here, it would look like this. So it did not land on its own self, so it does not have y-axis symmetry, so it does not have that one. And that little horn, if it flipped down, would look like this. Trying to draw it if it flipped down. Well, it's also landing in the wrong order right there. But now if this horn flipped across over to here where we were, and then we take this one and flip it down, look, it does land right on that one. It does have origin symmetry without those other two. So number 41 only had origin symmetry.